What's going on? I'm admitting an addiction. I don't say that word lightly either. I understand that that's a very powerful word. Only also, main reason is because my brother had a very hard couple of relapses on addiction to drugs. But for me, my addiction is something that's kind of widely talked about. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm putting some fresh tomatoes on the salad here. Sugar. You know, sugar had such control of my life that, now mind you, in the 60s, things were a lot different. But if, my dad gave me a quarter, I knew right off the top of my head, it wasn't about anything I can get other than some kind of chocolate or candies. And for a quarter, you can get like a Hershey bar and a Snicker bar, and you could still even get like a little handful of now or laters, or whatever the case is. But sugar pretty much owned my life. And to this day, it still kind of has a kind of grip on me. I have to work really hard to stay away from sugar. I do have a sugar addiction. And it is also coupled with a carbohydrate addiction, the donuts and stuff. I just got through doing a bunch of blood work because I was getting a little concerned as I get older, pre-diabetic and stuff. But fortunately, my blood work, my cholesterol all came back in a safe zone. The high end of the safe zone, but a safe zone. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because I've also fallen to the other side of that line where, okay, I'm going to try sugarless stuff. And that really doesn't ever really grind well for me. I just, even the monk fruit sugar thing, okay, it kind of close, but still doesn't do me the justice in the coffee, etc., etc. But here I am making this, really healthy kind of salad that I get from my little, the grocery store. What do they call this? The Organic Girl spring mix baby spinach. On the other hand, I am sitting here in front of, excuse me, 4 bags of something that a friend of mine told me about. These, I guess, are called Smart Sweets, and he swore by them. He says, dude, they're only the whole bag's only 3 grams of sugar. And I go, oh, it's got to taste like crap. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm not that guy that's going to ever sit here and do a product push, but I want to tell you one thing that I found out about trying this product. So I went and I tried it because my friend, I trust his judgment. And so I went and bought this, I think it's a 12 pack or something, a little expensive, 20 some odd dollars. I said, okay, well, I could try it, might as well try it. And what I'll say about these things that are fantastic is that I think part of any addiction sometimes has to do with the physical nature of it. The response is beyond the chemical. What I mean by that is, it's like people who are addicted to smoking cigarettes. Part of that addiction is the emotional, tap the cigarettes, unwrap the pack, the action of actually smoking it, is, from what I understand, and it makes a lot of sense, is a small part of the addiction, the action of it. In the case of sugar, I think what makes it really difficult for companies like this to put out these kind of products is because of that pushback, it's not quite sugary, it's not quite this. Well, in this case, these products are made out of plant-based things. And I'm looking over everything here. I'm not going to read it up. You can read it up on your own. I'll put the link down below. One of the things that I really enjoy about this is where I think the real winner of this is that sweet and sour kind of vibe that each one of these have. Or some kind of, the coating they may use is the outside combined with the, the flavors that they use that are organic kind of flavors. But the number one thing about these things that sells it to me, makes me feel like, all right, this is good. Funny enough, is the texture. I know that's going to sound really stupid, right? For instance, I love my pickled garlics. I swear to God, this is one of the most badass things ever. So this is pickled garlic, but there's something about getting that crunch, right? In this case, you bite into one of these things and you feel the gumminess of gummy bears. These are gummy products, okay? Each one of these are gummy products, but they're not all of them are sweet and sour. Look, they're like the imitation fish, or not imitation, like the fish, you know, and Sour Patch kind of things, and watermelon. And this was good. The peach rings were really good. If you've ever eaten any one of those things, like gone into a store and just bought the regular package of either one of those that are really loaded with sugar, the texture is almost identical. So a really odd thing in the senses of my experience of this was the texture was really super right on point, and the taste of it it completely sold me through and through. Didn't feel, you know, like I was, you know, cheating myself on the rush from having sugar. Ha, fork. Anyhow, I just thought I would do a video about that, about this kind of stuff, because I know that sugar is a hell of an addiction. It's just like fast food addiction, which is really funny. Part of that fast food addiction is the ease in which you get that food. You don't have to cook, you don't have to do anything. It relies on us not having enough time to do something, or triggering a lazy mode. Instead of coming home, you drive through somewhere and you get, you know, something. Then, excuse me, then you end up feeling like Dookie, because it's really not good food for you and all, you know. Yeah, you didn't need me watching me eat it. Anyhow, I do have an Eclectic Palette. These are really cool. I put a little link down at the bottom. Actually, my favorite ones are actually the peach ones, oddly enough. I thought it would be the sweet and sours, which are really good. But then again, like I said, I have a really twisted palate, right? In the same seating, I'll have these like pickled garlic. I have my salad, and then this is hilarious, a little chaser of the wasabi peas. So, I don't know. I'm a trip that way, but I don't know, maybe I'll get another camera one day and we'll cook on something together. I don't know, we'll just have a little bit more fun, you know, because everything I do on this channel is generally, most of the time, always, I strive to be positive. So by admitting the fact that I actually have a sugar addiction and I'm dealing with it, especially while I'm creeping into my old age, you know, diabetes and all the other things that go along with it, after a whole life of beating the hell out of your body, these are the choices that I'm making now, because I want to lose about, I don't know, 25 pounds in the next 3 to 4 months. So we'll see if that works. You guys have an amazing day. Take care. All right.